Hello, my name is Troy Crosby, and this presentation is on General James Mattis, 26th Secretary of Defense of the United States. My work cited follows this video, but I used Jim Prosser's book from last year called No Better Friend, No Worse Enemy, as well as a collection of General Mattis's speeches as Secretary of Defense from Historica Group, Wikipedia Britannica, and the Department of Defense website. Uh, General Mattis, James Norman Mattis, was born and raised in Washington State. His mother, Lucille, who just recently passed away, worked for U.S. Army intelligence in South Africa during World War II. His father worked for the U.S. government creating the atomic weapons that were dropped on Japan at the end of World War II. As a child growing up, Jim Mattis and his two brothers, they didn't have a television. There was no television in the house. The parents encouraged their boys to spend time outdoors and to read, uh, which became a lifelong passion for General Mattis. Uh, in high school, he did play football. He did a lot of the normal high school stuff. And in 1969, he joined the Marine Corps Reserve. While he was in the Marine Corps Reserve, he was going to college at Central Washington University. After graduating from Central Washington University, General Mattis got his commission and went active duty as a second lieutenant in the Marine Corps. He served in the Marine Corps until his retirement in 2013, which spanned a 30-year career as a United States Marine. But like they say, once a Marine, always a Marine. General Mattis, as a lieutenant colonel, held command of 1st Battalion, 7th Marines during Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm. As you can tell, I'm also a veteran of that time. He was assigned to Task Force Ripper, which is one of the leading elements that went into Kuwait to liberate the Kuwait people from Saddam Hussein and the Iraqi forces. When Jim Mattis became a general, he took command of the 7th Marine Regiment, which was one of the leading forces that went into Iraq in 2003 and was responsible for capturing the city of Fallujah. In 2003, he wrote a letter to his Marines just before he went into combat. And the last line in that letter reads, "Demonstrate to the world there is no better friend, no worse enemy than a U.S. Marine," which became the name of the book Jim Prosser wrote last year, or published last year. General Mattis is a lifelong bachelor. One of the nicknames that he has is Warrior Monk, because he has studied war for his entire career as a U.S. Marine, and it still continues to this day, as well as he's been a lifelong bachelor. Another call sign that he has had is obviously Mad Dog. Everybody knows that. But another one that he received as a lieutenant colonel was Chaos, CHAOS, which meant Colonel has an outstanding solution, which was kind of prophetic for what happened with the forces in Kuwait during Operation Desert Storm. General Mattis became Secretary of Defense only 3 years after retiring from the Marine Corps in 2013. That required a waiver that was part of the National Security Act that was passed back in the late 40s. And it's only the second time that anyone has ever received a waiver after retiring from the military to hold a civilian military post like he did as Secretary of Defense. Mattis served as Secretary of Defense from 2017 until early 2019, where he left kind of under protest because of President Trump wanting to leave Syria. He's got a very large, what we call fruit salad, as far as his decorations, commendations, medals, and awards that he wears on his uniform, the ribbons that you'll see, like mine here. He has 7 rows instead of just that one there. I have 2 actually, but this is just my Desert Storm stuff. Some of the other things that people don't know about General Mattis: he's a devout Catholic, and he led the largest sustained overland advance in U.S. Marine Corps history as commander of the 7th Marine Regiment when they took Fallujah in 2003. He has always been a commander of his troops, for his troops, with his troops. He's always been down in the trenches, not in the rear, as it said, having his uniforms ironed, somebody tucking him in at night, that sort of thing. He's always been a fierce warrior and has always commanded from the field. And my works cited page follows this. Thank you.